What the hell is going on here? What is going on here? This is professional Overwatch. This is Overwatch League. And what is this? How did he even get there? Can you get boosted as May up there? Like, what is going on here? Watch this, though. This is filth. This is absolute filth of the highest order. I mean, what the hell? Literally, like, I don't even... He was not even standing on anything. Although, I guess, in terms of the game engine, he was standing on the top of the door. And then he flashbangs the Reinhardt as he walks through and his team win the fight. That, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely disgusting. However, what we're going to do in this video is take a look at this series. All right then, guys, let's do this. Welcome back to Overwatch League. It has been a very long time. I think it's been like 7 months. I don't know. It's been a hell of a long time. And I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. Last year was boring. It really was boring. And I was super worried for Overwatch League this year. I was like, you know, is it going to go downhill? How are they going to, like, they need to do something to fix the format, fix the production. Like, there's a load of problems with Overwatch League. And there still are issues, don't get me wrong. But this year, it looks like they've finally made changes to make this way more enjoyable. I want to be invested in these games. And you will notice throughout this, I mean, as we play through, in the bottom corner here, there will be a player camera. Now, this is visible every single time you see the first-person view of a player. This is amazing because you get to see their reaction. Why this has only just come in is completely baffling to me, but it's good that it's here. The only, like, sort of niggling worry I've got is this too late? Do you guys think this is too late? In the comments below, let me know what you think, because this is, it's the 4th year, right, of Overwatch League, and it finally feels like how it should. The talent are unleashed, the production is unleashed, everything seems fun, everything seems in keeping with the game. It doesn't feel like some corporate sort of production. It feels much better now. And this game, my God, this game between these two teams is just ridiculous. I think this is like top 2 in terms, maybe even the best game of Overwatch we've ever seen. It is so goddamn good. Now, before we get into this, there are spoilers on the screen at the moment, but obviously we don't know, or you don't know unless you've watched it, who wins the series. This is the final game. So spoilers ahead. If you do not want to get spoiled, because there will be spoilers, then stop watching now. All right? So let's do this. Oh, God, what have I done? It's not what I wanted to do. What is this? Yeah, get off the screen. So this is Houston Outlaws, who last year were trash. This is San Francisco Shock, who last year and the year before were frigging amazing. They won the league. So they're double-time champions. They're just ridiculous. Back-to-back champs, whatever you want to call them. In the UK, they're going for the hat trick, but I think in America it's the 3-peat or the 3-repeat. Whatever. It's all the same. 3 championships in a row would be just mental. Shock are the best team in the world. There is no doubt about this. However, Houston are unleashed. They've got a new head coach GM. Oh, God, I forgot his name. Oh, God. Oh, no. Why have I forgot his name? Clockwork, right? I think it is. Don't butcher me in the comments below. Used to play for him, right? But they became a coach, GM. Yeah, things are much different now. And this team feel like they're gelling together, and they're just, yeah, they're really, really, really good. Much better than anyone expected them to be. But like I said, remember, Overwatch League has been something I haven't really been paying attention to in the off-season. I don't think anyone has. So we just walk into this and we're like, okay, it's Houston. They're going to get wrecked by Shock. But as you guys can see by the score, that's not exactly the case, right? 2-2. Yeah, this is the 6th game in this series. That is madness. Absolute madness, right? Normally, the decider would be a control map using last year's rules, but this time, it's an escort map. So this takes us on to the wonderful, if we can call it that, Hanamura. Havana. Get a drink as well, ladies and gentlemen. My throat's going dry. I need a drink. Oh, yeah. Let's just let them push out. You see what I mean about the camera? It's so good. It's so cool. Happy as well has been... He's just a ridiculous hit scan player. He was really good last year, but this year he's got a good team. So I think he's going to do a lot of work, this player, this year. He is ridiculous. You will notice as well on the Shock team, there's Glister. Now, if you're a London Spitfire fan, you might notice him from last year. He's one of the lucky people to actually manage to escape that hellhole of a team. I think finished 2nd from bottom in the entire rankings. They were bad. They were really, really bad. They were embarrassingly bad. However, he's on Shock because he was probably the only shining light in that entire team. Did a lot of work. Incredible player. Well, that's maybe not true. Sanguinar was a good player as well. But anyway, we're not talking about old London Spitfire. We don't care about that. What we do care about is new London Spitfire because it's actually a European team. So they're going to be cool to watch. All right, then. Let's take a look at some stuff, what's going on here. We've sort of seen the little push there from Houston to try and get some ground, you know, open up angles to start an engagement. We watched Glister, we watched Happy, again checking for angles, looking for people to kill. However, what happened is Striker gets the kill on Dante. Now, this is something which, us being ladder players, I mean, to be fair, I haven't really played too much ladder Overwatch for a while, but for us when we play Overwatch, if we lost our Tracer here on the attack, we'd be thinking like, ah, yeah, whatever, this doesn't really matter. We can just carry on poking, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Maybe we get a kill. The thing is, though, for pro teams, you lose a player, that's it. Like, the push, it's done. Like, it's absolutely done. You're going to have to say to yourself, you know what? We've got to try and regroup and then attack again, unless they do get picks really quick. What I do like here, though, is the way that they're set up. Look at this. You've got Brig and you've got the Sigma from Shock. Obviously, Shock are on the defense here. On the low ground, the reason why they're here is to contest the payload, to stop it moving. The rest of the team is sitting on the high ground, and Happy was sort of jumping. A Striker, sorry, was jumping like sort of all over the place. We've seen him on the ground there, jumping up there, whatever. He's just spamming arrows. All he wants to try and do is land a kill. Land an arrow. That gets a kill. You can see him running over there to the car. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever. He knows he's safe. The only thing that can kill him will be if he exposes himself to Happy. And if he knows where Happy is, yeah, he should be okay. Nothing else can really kill him unless Dante's Tracer. And I've got to say this as well. Dante is an incredible player. Dante is... He is like a Swiss Army knife of DPS players. He plays pretty much every single DPS hero to the highest possible level. Like, an incredible... He's just a ridiculous player. So good. I mean, all of these players are incredibly good. They're just ridiculous, especially on the Shock team. But the thing with Houston is, you look at their DPS, you look at Dante, you look at Happy. That is a cracked DPS lineup. And I'll tell you something, these guys, they're the real deal this year. They could do some goddamn work. You know, I remember I made a video a couple of years ago on Houston, and I think it was like the worst Overwatch League team. I love it when things turn around. They definitely are not the worst Overwatch League team anymore. They haven't been for a while, but oh my God, they're so slick now. They're awesome. So yeah, look at the way they've split. Like, you've got Choyobin on the Sigma. You've got Brig chilling there with Twilight. They're just there to contest, right? They know they're safe. They're going to be so hard to push. Glister's got nice coverage. He's landing some shots. He's not landing tons of shots, but he's doing enough to push them away. And Happy, Striker, he's just spamming away, doing whatever he likes. This, we go for, I think he kills the, so kills the tank. And this is pretty much it. They have been forced off the high ground a little bit, but it doesn't matter. They can retake it. Striker gets a kill. And one thing you will notice throughout this is Striker gets, like, a lot of kills. The reason why the Hanzo's been playing here as well, and Striker gets loads of kills on Hanzo on other maps as well, especially on Temple of Anubis. Dante, good kill there. Like, losing the tank line here, I mean, this is not ideal for Shock. In fact, we should go back here and take a look at this. I will say as well, one of the reasons why I've decided to do this and just kind of look through the game using the replay, not using the replay, sorry, is because we've got the camera. Like, the camera is so good because you get to see their reaction. I mean, obviously, using the replay, we'd be able to check the, see how the McCree got onto the high ground and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, so them dropping down here is a bit questionable. But, like, to be honest, you know, me saying something's questionable, it's like, whatever. This is the 6th game in a series that has been a mammoth. You know, this is hours of Overwatch. See Glister there, kills Crimzo. I mean, it's nice, it's beautiful, it's crisp. Pops out, gets the kill. And that's a huge kill, right? Because without Crimzo there, they lose a lot of damage potential. And they lose healing, obviously, but they lose a ton of damage. And this allows Shock to come back out and recontest this. Now they're in, obviously, a good position where they can push forward. The thing here, though, is Smurf has blasted his Fortify. You see there, he gets caught in the... gravitic flux there by Piggy, so maybe he got a little bit excited there and blasted it because he did have his barrier down. I don't think he needed to use it then, but whatever. Like I said, this is the 6th game in the series. Like, this is ultra hype. Like, I can't explain to you guys how hype this is. I'm probably not doing it justice, to be honest. I just wanted to put it out there to sort of, like, not so much review the game, but just get it out there to show you that Overwatch League is still an enjoyable prospect. It's more enjoyable than it has been for a long time. Now, whether that's just because there hasn't been any professional Overwatch for ages, and I've always been a fan of it, and I've not had really anything to watch. I mean, Contenders is there, sure, but it's not Overwatch League, is it? You want to see the best teams playing against each other. I mean, again, look at this sightline. It's nice. He's just chilling at the back. He's waiting. If anyone shows their face there, bang, Glister will get them. And this is the problem with this map, right? It's so difficult to attack the first point. Nice kill again by Striker. Like, the thing with Dante there, it's okay, him sort of taking that. It's not ideal, but it's difficult for Hanzo to land the hit, right? maybe it's not difficult, but there's a 50-50 chance, right, that he doesn't hit him, and there's a chance that he does. And he hit him, and it's like, okay, whatever. Nice Widow jump there from Happy. Didn't land get a hit there, though, but, you know, all of this stuff. But all that's going on here, right, is they're jockeying for position. They're trying to get a pick, and then they're waiting to go in. Glister gets a pick, gets another pick, and this is huge because this is going into overtime. And this means that they're going to be able to secure... Well, okay, it's not really the point, is it? They're going to secure the payload. It's so good. Like, it's so good. You'll probably maybe hear the cast in the background, although the volume is low. But, yeah, like, casters get hyped a lot with Overwatch League. Sometimes maybe a little bit too hyped. But honestly, this series was just... It was totally warranted. See, again with the cameras, like, look at this. Shock are loving it. Because all Shock needs to do now is just hold. Is push, sorry, and that's it. Like, you just need a few picks. You get a few picks, and you're going to be able to push this. This is just, like, you can imagine, like, can you imagine being there, map 6, just watching this? Like, it's just like, oh my god, I was so invested in this. That's what I'm trying to get across in the video, guys. Like I said, this isn't really like, let's break down every element of all the plays. It's more just, let's watch it together. Like, let's just enjoy this game of Overwatch. Because when it is played like this, it's so goddamn good. Overwatch in a team environment is really, really good. I think the issue obviously is Overwatch has got a solo queue and most people play solo. The issue for me personally, you know, it's kind of sad when I think of it this way. 2016 and maybe 2017, I did play with my friends, but then our rank became too far apart, and then it was just solo queue, and it was a bit sad. Part of me thinks I should have just carried on playing quick play and all of that stuff, but I didn't, and yeah. Anyway, Overwatch solo queue, not ideal. So, we're going to see something a little bit different here. Shock didn't opt for this. A lot of teams do opt for this. If you have been watching Contenders recently, you'd have seen a lot of teams do this. But it's basically, they're holding outside the spawn. Because the thinking here is it doesn't matter if you lose a fight, because you'll get back in time to recontest. If I just pause the video, you'll get back in time to recontest when the payload's here. So it's totally fine to just get killed here. You see teams do this on Dorado as well. They'll literally fight outside the spawn sometimes, or like really close to the spawn door, and it's totally fine. I mean, there's a May in play as well from Shock. There's also one in play from Houston, like, and May's obviously going to slow us down. She's difficult to kill. She's basically a tank, right, May? Let's be honest. And you see Houston just clear this up. I mean, it was a good Earth Shatter as well. It's just, I mean, look how fast the Shatter got charged. It's just ridiculous, right? It's just absolutely ridiculous. But all they need is a pick, right? All Shock need is a pick here. And they've got Window. And what they're going to do now is come in and use Window. So Violet drops Window. You also get a Window response from Houston. So Crimzo, as soon as he gets his, drops it down. I think this is probably going to get nerfed. And probably Batiste will as well. He probably should do. Well, he has been nerfed on Experimental. But he's literally in every team comp in Overwatch League. But, yeah, you can see that it actually worked, right? It worked in favor of San Francisco. It was a nice attempt by Houston. It was totally the right thing to do by Crimzo. And the rest of the Houston players, you know, pop your ults there, go for it. It's a shame Dante didn't get his mailed, because if he did have it available, he could have just yeeted that in as well, and it could have been an absolute cluster. But he's decided to keep it. Now, the danger is, if we pause it here, because you might have seen that they sort of zoomed in on the ultimates. What they're probably trying to say here is like, okay, this is single fight territory. Houston are here, and they're coming back to the point. All that needs to happen is one clutch ultimate, one clutch, just destroy them, basically. Run at them and press Q. You've got Striker hiding here. He wants to get them with a Blizzard. You've got Smurf. He's got Shatter available. You've got a Nano here. You can Nano the Reinhardt, which is probably the one you would look to Nano. Maybe the McCree, but definitely you'd be looking to Nano the Reinhardt, to be honest. And, yeah, it's just this should be an ultimate win. But Houston do have ultimates available to deal with this, and crucially, watch Joby, because Joby's the one that makes a difference here. If Shock went now, they may have been able to have won this fight, but they didn't. They waited. But they're not to know. I mean, this is a few percentage in this, but if they'd went before this, you see, look, they've invested the nano boost onto Smurf. Joby has still got. He wouldn't have had his ultimate, but now he's got it. Drops it in. Smurf gets 2 kills though, which is pretty good. But it would have been cleaner, I think, if Shock went in a little bit. Like, they just went in quicker. But they were waiting for things like the May wall. That got used. That slowed them down. So there's like a ton of stuff which go on. But now we're thinking like, this is it, right? It's got to be the end. Happy's been staggered. There's no way Houston can really do anything, right? But look at Houston. They've already regrouped and they're going to come in. They're a player down, but it doesn't really matter because look at their ultimates, right? This now, it's not final fight territory. Well, it would, but it kind of is, right? Because it's not final fight in terms of the time, but it's final fight that if you lose it, it is the final fight, right? So this is like everyone's going to use their ultimates here. Obviously, the pro players tend to use them in good order, even when they're getting absolutely battered. But let's just see what ultimates they use. So Blizzard comes in from Houston. That's all we've seen so far. Piggy does have Diva Bomb available. He can use it if he needs to. There's a big Ana grenade there. Glister uses his ult. So Deadeye comes through. Troy Oben's still got his ult. Happy's now got his. Piggy, yeah, they can clean this up. So, yeah, they basically clean this up, and that's okay, and it's fine. But the two May ultimates have been invested there, but everything else is pretty much ready to go again. Piggy really doesn't want to get demec'd here. Although they did manage to kill the baby Diva. Now we're, like, getting close to final fight territory, but if they're fast, Shock can take a fight and then get another fight in if they need to. This is where you don't want to get picked, right? Watch this, because if memory serves me right, they drop down window, and I think either Glister or Violet, I think it might be Violet, die to a damage-boosted Fire Strike from Reinhardt, which is really unfortunate. And these are the sort of margins that it comes down to. So Troy Oben comes in there with his Diva Bomb. But I think actually, yeah, I think he used that to get his mech back. Right, window. Wall blocks the window. Fire Strike goes through, kills Violet. That is so unlucky. But the thing is, that's somewhere you would expect Fire Strike to go or a projectile to go. So it's like, But also it was damage boosted. So it's just like, whatever. But look at what Shock did, right? This is like the... I mean, like, I'm in danger of going off in a rant. I used to play football. Not professional football, but I played for professional teams when I was younger until I was 17 years old. And it was a professional environment. I wasn't paid like, you know, Premier League wages or anything like that. But I played for a team called Port Vale and I played for West Bromwich Albion. And it's the discipline of a winning team or a team that knows how to win. And we were at Port Vale, we were really good. And in the under 16s, under 17s, we win a lot of competitions and we knew what it took to win. Shock, this is why I absolutely love it, because Shock and I was the captain of Port Vale as well. So, like, to me, sometimes it would be you making a decision on the pitch. You would be actually, you know, telling your players to calm down. You know, you can do this. Maybe you shuffle people around in positions and stuff like that if the manager would allow you, and you know, things like that. But what I really love about what we've just seen here is look at this. Shock just ran away. There's 17 seconds to go. This is a team, with the exception of, you know, obviously Glister, that have won titles. These players don't care. Like, they are, well, they do care, but they are, how can I say this? Like, they're like battle hardened. They know what it takes to win. And this is the danger of going up against a team which is made of champions. They know how to win. They will do things other teams will not. They will play you right to the whistle. It's not over until it's over. And they know. It doesn't matter. We've lost Violet. We can just wait. We'll get him back. There's 13 seconds. You know, you might be getting desperate here. If this was ladder, it would be all over. It just absolutely would be all over. Like, there's no way this restraint would be shown. But look at this. They get together on the payload. Now, this is it. It's just single fight material. But what we're about to see here is just it's just disgusting. It's a... I'm going to spoil it because it's a flank shatter and it's just disgusting. Look at this. This is making a play when it counts. That is sick. That shatter bomb was just disgusting. They didn't even need the bomb, really. The shatter was massive. Watch these cameras. Look at that. This is what Overwatch League has needed for a while. It's so good to see this. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Apologies if I feel a little... I do feel tired. If I sound a little bit tired. I'm not going to bore you guys with like, oh, I'm on the, you know, medication or whatever. You've probably all heard it before off me. But basically, I am going through different types of medication and stuff for, you know, to get myself sorted. And hopefully I can, you know, the next couple of weeks or so, I'll be in a, you know, a better position. Maybe we can get back to daily videos or something. But yeah, I just wanted to do this because, I mean, oh my God, it was so much fun. So much fun. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.